The following video is sponsored by vend-co.com. If you are looking for a side hustle or full-time income, invest in vending machines. Vend-co.com has the latest in vending equipment for the lowest price, and they have financing, so be your own boss. Check out their link in the description below. It really helps the channel. Thanks, guys. Good day, everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you how to play Monopoly, the Disney Villains Edition. First thing I'm going to say is I think this is a very good looking game. The theme is great, and there's a lot of cool artwork in this game, but I'll get into all that here in just a little bit. We'll start with the game board. The properties in this game are now villain contracts, and they have a whole ton of villains in here. They got Madam Mim, Dawn Bellwether, all the way up to this villain over here. And on top of that, you're going to have 6 villains that you're going to be able to choose from. And I will go ahead and show you who they are. Here is Cruella. Here is Scar. Here is Maleficent. Here is Jafar. Here is Captain Hook. And here is the Evil Queen. And in the beginning, you're going to choose one of these tokens, and you're going to go ahead and place it here on the go space. I'll go ahead and set it up for 2 players. Now, you'll note that there is a round base on these things, and these are going to be used to hold the Flame of Power. And I'll talk a little bit about how this works later. In the game, you have a whole bunch of coins, $1 and $5. You've got Thickets, and you also have layers, and you're going to be able to build this anytime you own a complete color set, and I'll talk about that as well. You have chance cards, and then you have what are called poison apple cards. The chance cards can either help you or hurt you. I'll just show you a few of them. Here's one that says collect 1. Your henchman buys sandals, pay 1. As you can see, this is very thematic. Advance to Gaston, and some more of these. Now, the poison apple cards are interesting. Some of these cards you will be able to keep until later, and others that you're going to be playing immediately. Some of them will have quotations from a villain on there. Here's one that says, immediately send any player to jail. They do not pass go. Here's another that says, get to the part where I lose my temper. Choose any player. They must skip their next turn. So essentially, you can use these cards against other players. I'll show you one that you can hold on to. Here's one that says, keep it until you're ready to use it. Steal any one property from any player. You may not steal a property that's part of a complete set. Here's another one. You poor simple fools. Cancel any poison apple card that's played against you. Whenever you choose your character, you're going to get their appropriate character card. And they each have a special ability, which you're going to be using anytime you have the Flame of Power. And I'll go ahead and show you the cool artwork. Here's Scar. It says if you have the Flame, whenever another player rolls a 6, steal a coin from them. Here's Captain Hook's. I'll just kind of show these to you here individually, but they each have a different power. Here's Jafar. Here's Maleficent. And here is the Evil Queen. You're going to get the Flame of Power is anytime you pass go. When you pass go, you're going to go ahead and place the Flame of Power on top of the character, and then you will just simply get rewarded anytime a player does what is on the card. You have 1 die in the game, and it's a pretty cool villainy looking die, and you'll roll, and whoever rolls the highest will start, and then play will pass to the left. On your turn, you'll roll the die, and you'll move your character that amount of spaces. Contracts that are in the game. One of the cool things about this is on the back, they're not going to have a mortgage, but they're going to have a picture, and then they're going to have either a quote or a description. I will go ahead and show you all of these at the end of the video in case you want to see them, but they're really cool. So let's go ahead and start. Let's say I roll the die, and I ended up rolling a 5. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I land on King Candy. Now, in this game, you have to purchase the villain that you land on. If you're unable to, you're going to go bankrupt and be out of the game. The price of the contract is located on the bottom of the villain space. So let's just go ahead and say I purchased King Candy. He is on my team now. Now, if anyone lands on King Candy, they're going to owe me rent. In this particular villain, rent will be $1. If I own both of the villains in the color set, that is going to double, in this case, to $2. Now, the amounts are going to be different the higher up you go on the board. Once you own the color sets, you're going to be able to build the Thickets and the layers. And the way you would do that is you just simply pay the amount for each thicket or layer, and the layers you'll be able to purchase once you have 4 thickets on there. So let's say I went ahead and I purchased 3 of the thickets. I will go ahead and put 1 here, and then 1 here, and then 1 here. And then if a player lands on that, I'll just simply look at how many thickets I have, and that's how much they're going to go ahead and owe me. If it turns out there's only one thicket or one lair left and multiple players want it, then players will go ahead and bid on it. The bidding will start at $1, and whoever ends up winning the auction will go ahead and pay the bank, and they will receive their thicket or lair. Now, if I have 4 thickets, I'll be able to go ahead and trade all those thickets in. Let's just say I had 4 thickets on King Candy over here, and I will go ahead and be able to purchase a lair. So then after I traded in the 4 thickets, I will go ahead and pay this amount, and then I'll go ahead and I'll place a lair. In this case, King Candy, and then this is how much they're going to owe me for the lair. And there's also, in place of the utilities, you're going to have a spell and a potion. And these are the spaces for those. When it comes to the spells and the potions, the way they work is if you own one of these, if someone lands on it, they're going to look at the amount they rolled on a die, and they will go ahead and pay you that amount. So if this person landed on the spell, I owned it, and they happened to roll a 5, they would owe me 5 coins. Now, if I own both the spells and the potions, they're going to pay me double that. So in this case, they will owe me 10. Show you the spaces. Here's the go space. You'll collect 2 coins as you pass go. This is the poison apple card. You'll draw the poison apple card for there. You have the chance space, which is this one. Jail, you have the just visiting space, and if you land on the go to jail space or draw a card that tells you to go to jail or get sent to jail, you're going to go ahead and be placed here like so. If you want to get out of jail, there's a few ways you can do it. The first thing you do is you can pay 5 coins to the bank, roll the die, and get out that way. You can use a get out of jail free card if you happen to get one. You can also try to roll a 6 on the die, and you'll have 3 turns to do it. If in those 3 turns you roll the 6, you'll go ahead and get out of jail for free. If you don't, then you'll go ahead and pay the 5 coins and then get out of jail on your roll. Free parking, nothing is going to happen there. You also have vehicles here. You have the race car, Prince Gon's carriage, this one over here, and then Hades' chariot. If you land on that, you'll be able to travel to any space on the board that you wish. The only deal is if you pass go, you're not going to collect the 2 coins, and you're not going to get the Ring of Power that way, but you'll be able to go anywhere that you would like to. So let's say Scar was over here and he happened to roll a 4. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. He will go ahead and he will get his 2, but then he will get the Ring of Power because he passed go. And then we'll go ahead and look at Scar's card here. And this says, if anyone rolls a 6, steal 1 from them. So as long as I have the Flame of Power on there, anytime someone rolls a 6, I'm going to be able to steal from them. But as soon as another player passes go, they're going to go ahead and take the Ring of Power, and then they're going to have the special ability. Now, you can also do deals and trades in this game as you can in standard Monopoly. You can trade cards. Can buy things, sell things with each other. Is if you trade a villain that has a thickets and lairs on them, you have to sell those back to the bank. So if you end up either owing a player or owing the bank money and you can't afford it, what you'll do is you'll go ahead and sell any thickets and lairs back at half the price to try to raise the money that way. If you still are unable to do that, what you're going to do is you're going to take one of the villains that you have and give it to that player. If it turns out to be the bank, you'll just go ahead and return one of the contracts. If you don't have any money or any villains in your team, then you're going to go bankrupt and you're going to be out of the game. If you end up getting bankrupted by a player, you'll go ahead and give them your poison apple cards and any get out of jail free cards that you have. If you go bankrupt thanks to the bank, then you're going to go ahead and return the poison apple cards to the deck, and then you'll put the get out of jail free card in the deck as well. So the game is going to go ahead and continue until one person is still in after everybody has gone bankrupt, and whoever that is going to win the game. And that, folks, is Monopoly Disney Villains. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you the backs of all these cards just because I think they're cool. Here we go. Check.